Good morning. I recently completed a series of tutorials on Google Forms, and it turns out the people at Google have been busy and have added a new feature. So this very short tutorial is going to review that new feature, which is actually very nice. It's very handy. So let's take a look. I have a sample form here, and under Settings, we have this new box up here that says Collect Email Addresses. Now there are several ways that email addresses can be collected. I can say limit to one response, but that will require that users be signed into Google. Now, it doesn't have to be a Google Apps account, but they must be signed into Google. So that's one way. But we also now have this collect email address option. If I simply save at this point, it creates an email address field for me. Gives me the option to change some settings, so I'll go right back into there. And additional options include response receipts. So by clicking that, I'm going to send an email to this address after the form is complete so that the user knows that their information has been collected. And I have two choices when I do that. I can always send it, so no matter what happens, they have to fill out that email address and they receive an email. Or if the respondent requests it. So there'll be an option as they're completing the survey for the user to indicate that they would like an email confirmation. Okay, let's take a quick look at how that looks to the user. So if I click a preview, you can see that I have a place for the email address. And my form also included places for first and last name, but of course it could include anything in here. And now there's an option at the bottom that says send me a copy of my responses. And if they do this, they're indicating that they want one. So if I were to submit now this email, this isn't a real email address, but the email would attempt to go to this address. And there you go. If, on the other hand, I had said always, and let me save that, and gone to preview, oh, you can see it knows I've already responded. That's because of that other setting. So let's go in there and remove this limit to one per response because I am logged in, so it knows that I've submitted one. Now that that's no longer there, I can go to settings. It's going to ask me for my email address. But it's going to simply tell me that this response will be emailed to me at the address I've provided. So it's not going to give me the option. Okay, so those are a few new options from Google Forms. I hope you find them useful.